And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this third down. Looking for a throw here. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him from the 46. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 48. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And they'll have first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's down to the 8 before going out. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. They're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Another try following the sack. Bails out of the pocket quick. He has the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. Space past the 35. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate?
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Fits it through the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. He's throwing deep to the left side into a crowd, and intercepted! Javon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins get the football just short of their 20 after the interception and return. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
He's gonna loft one deep to the left. What a dive! I think he caught it! They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Oh, they got that one back, partner, but that is way too close for comfort. They nearly lost their 2nd fumble to begin this game.
And you know what I'm picturing right now? This defense. They spend the week studying these offensive guys and those that are ball security offenders. They put it in harm's way so defenses take advantage, and that's exactly what this crew is doing.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Carney's kick is good. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Welcome back for the start of the second. Our visiting offense out in possession of the ball. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 47, gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it inside the 10. He makes it in for the touchdown. Now the PAT try coming up. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. His return starts at the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Pierce. And he's headed the wrong way on the reverse. They got him behind the line. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
It's sure nice to see for this defense when a run heads out there to this corner's domain, to the outside, well, he's able to finish the play off. And the best part, well, a sure tackle from a corner. No chance he was slipping out of that one.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short fields, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return starts at the 3. Return's looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Pierce. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Waddle now in motion right. Dukes out a 1-stop. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet to the side. This is brought in at the 15. He's all the way home touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Starting at the 10. And look at this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Running it now out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. That finds Ayuk complete. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll throw on first. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give him a first down. They'll throw it again. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, Garindo. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Zach Sealer there to bring him down. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He has it at the 5. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Garindo runs it in for the touchdown. Extra point attempt coming up. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And his guys take a 3-possession lead.
Dolphins 10.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they finish the return in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And these guys make it a 24-point ball game.
Dolphins 10.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Trying again, following the sack. He lofts it deep left. He's got it at the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphins.
He's got a man left. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now a give left side. Juke the defender. And the reverse makes it to the end zone. Touchdown! The Dolphins chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. A game-breaking play there, stunning the defense and giving this offense one for the highlight reel, baby.
Yep, just put another one on there, Kate. He is a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. The defense, well, they had him ready to go. They were ready to body him up in coverage, but receivers today, and we see it all the time, the best of them, they don't just do it through the air. They can use their legs as a weapon. That's a big-time touchdown run.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Christian Harris on the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. This time they'll keep it on the ground. Escapes a defender. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
He lets one fly deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing now, off play action. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he pushes this up to midfield before going out. They get 13 on the pickup, and they're going to have a 1st down. From midfield now. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up. Throwing it again here. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Whew, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before halftime. That's cut beyond the marker. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, the starters likely checked out for the final time. Time now for guys to make their case for roster spots as our second half is underway. Evans now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters into his own hands.
Ball at the 33 for first down. First throw for the backup now. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll give him a first down. Trying an inside give to Garindo. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They go play action here. Throw left side, complete. And he's into the end zone, touchdown. These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Now they'll try the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And his guys make it a 24-point ball game. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's Carter on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. Gets it to the 15. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Dolphins leaving the offense out there as they try for a 2-point conversion.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll throw again, Richardson. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. Finds some space. He's past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple of seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Hauled in left side. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The handoff on 3rd and short. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Caught out left. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives them the 1st.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Jukes one defender, and they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Has it in close. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. He puts some juice on a deep throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he will take this in. Touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Evans now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's out in the clear. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds. Well, no surprises here. They decline the holding call and hang on to the interception. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Another carry for him. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. From 37 yards in the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes it a 29-point ball game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. He rolls to his right. On target to Waddle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Vacates quickly left side, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 21 at the 46-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We reach.
With the score, visitors.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
It is cut left side. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
They kick the running back in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to drive up past the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Back-to-back carries here. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Punting unit out now. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a punt at 47 yards. And it'll be Dolphins football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running this one left. Dukes out a one-stop. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Back to the well again. Works the sideline to the 30. And he's going to get this to the 39-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Kate, it just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide, or when they use him as a runner, if someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
1st down throw here from Richardson. Caught by the open man. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
1st down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Handoff now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after a small gain to the 48. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. These guys about set to celebrate this win. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Setting up a throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll get it down for a solid gain to about the 37. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. What a game for our winners as we say so long from Miami.